morning, Nicole here with Roots to Rise. I'm going to be walking you through a really lovely morning workout. Good morning, Nicole here with Roots to Rise. I'm going to be walking you through a really great morning stretch series that is really effective at helping to open up all the joints that are feeling a little bit stiff from an evening's sleep, as well as being mindful of any type of back pain or impingement that anyone might have. So to start, we want to start warming up and opening up through the ankles. Many of us sleep with our toes pointed, and then we have the extra weight of the blanket down on our ankles. So that puts a lot of strain on the front of the foot as well as in through the calves. So you just want to get those circles going in both directions here. Lovely. Now let's bring those toes, point them all the way up towards your face, and then point them down, really stretching through the front of that foot. Good. Point it back up, and then stretch down. Now try and bring the inside of the foot up towards your face. And now try and bring the outside up. You might feel a bit of tension in through the bottom of the foot. Just work through your range there. And this is just a really nice way to wake up the ankle. All right, another couple rolls in each direction. Lovely. Okay, let's do the other foot. So you can hold on to a wall here if your balance in the morning is a little bit off. Some people's is, no problem. So we're going to point that foot up and down, up towards your nose, down towards the ground. Then we're going to bring the inside of that foot up. So we're dropping the outside of your foot down towards the ground, and we're dropping the inside of the foot down towards the ground. We're just going to do that a couple ways. Obviously, again, work within your range. Maybe it just feels good to roll the ankles. Okay? So next we're going to go into a calf stretch. So like I said, a lot of us sleep with our toes pointed. So if we were to be on our toes all day, you can see how much strain that can put under the calf. Okay? So we're going to step with our right foot back, and you want your heel flat on the ground. Okay? So your range might be up here. You might have a little bit more, but you want that nice range in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale, standing nice and tall, exhale forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. This is a great way to wake up those calves. Beautiful. We'll do one more here. Good. Now before we progress, I'm going to just come facing you. We're going to inhale, exhale forward, and I want you to bring your hips over towards the left. And bring it back. Inhale, exhale forward, and bring your hips over towards the right. So it's just a little jut out, and you can feel that shift through the through the calf. Okay, so you're just going to inhale and exhale through this, shifting those hips from side to side. This may be too intense for you depending on how your calves are, so just stick with the regular stretch. Lovely. All right, and just as a last little progression that feels really nice and it starts to wake up through the upper body, again, listen to your calves. Maybe this is too deep for you. We're going to inhale, exhale into it, and we're going to rotate to the right. And bring it back. Inhale, exhale, rotate to the left. And you may find this rotating to the left is much deeper than rotating to the right. You can just stick on opening up to the left, or you can alternate side to side. Beautiful. Just work on some nice steady breathing here. Lovely. So when we're done, we want to step forward out of that stretch. All right, so now my right leg feels really long and spaghetti-like. So let's get that same feeling on the left side. So we're going to bring that heel down onto the ground. Inhale up, exhale forward. So now you know what's coming, so we're just going to work through that nice steady breathing. right, on this next exhale, let's bring our hips over to the left. And back. And right. And back. We'll do that 2 more times on each side, or whatever side feels a little bit more comfortable for you. Beauty. All right, now if you're up for it, we're going to bring those arms in front. We're going to lean into it. We're going to open to one side, bring it back, open over to the other side, bring it back, and just work through this 2 more times on each side. And this isn't a big rotation. It's just kind of opening up through the chest a little bit there. Beautiful. Okay, now let's step forward. Lovely. Okay, so just roll those ankles a little bit. They were in that kind of flex position for a bit. So we're going to go into that psoas stretch. So this one's really lovely at helping to open up deeply through the hip. Really wonderful after you've been in a side lying position for a long time or sitting at a desk for a long time. So we're going to come with that right foot back again. I want you to make sure you tuck that hip under. So adjust your foot spacing so that it's not too deep right here. So you don't want to have that arc in your back. You want to bring those hips under so your knee drops down, okay? So I'm going to do this from the side. So we're going to inhale, exhale, bring that arm up. And then we're going to drop our left shoulder back. So you're just coming back and down slightly, okay? You shouldn't feel anything in your back, but you should feel it go from your hip, take it jump just a little bit deeper. Lovely. All right, step forward. Now we're going to step back with that left foot. I'll do this one from the front. So make sure that hip is tucked under. We're going to inhale that left arm straight up and be nice and strict with it. Really reach for it. And now just kind of dump that right shoulder back. You're going to get a bit of a stretch in through your side as well. And back. Do 2 more times on each side. So we're going to reach up. And you only need to hold it for a second or 2. Bring it back, step forward, sit back with the others. Good, up and down. 1 more time on each side. Beautiful. And up. All right, now we're going to come into a hamstring rock. So we're going to come down onto our knees. You can get a pillow or some type of cushion for your leg, for your knee if you need it. We're going to bring our right foot out in front of us. This may be enough for some of you. So we're going to hinge our hips back, lean forward. I don't want you to bend and curve through your back here, okay? Keep your back nice and tall. So we always inhale up, elongating the spine, hinge back, and kind of plant that heel into the ground. And as you pull back, you'll feel that stretch through the hamstring. And then come on back up. Inhale up, exhale, hinge those hips back. And up. Inhale up, exhale back. Now reach your left fingers towards your right toes. Get a little bit of that spinal movement in there. So just a little rotation. Beauty. And we'll do 2 more here. And last one. Lovely. All right. Bring that leg back. We'll do the other leg now. So we're going to plant that left heel into the ground. Woo! You want to make sure your core is on just a little bit if you're feeling a little bit off balance. Plant that heel down. We're going to hinge back, keeping our backs nice and straight. Feel a lot more tension on this left side. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge, and lean forward. Notice, again, I'm keeping a nice straight back. We don't want to get into that flexed spine first thing in the morning. That can be very hard on your discs and vertebrae. Good, now let's add that slight rotation in. So we're gonna bring right hands over towards left toes. If being down on your knee doesn't work for you, you're welcome to come up. I'm just gonna use the wall, but you can put your foot up on a chair, a stair, anything that gives it a little bit of height and decreases some of that range for you. So you don't need to do this one down on the ground. Beautiful, lovely. Okay, now you will need a wall for this one, ideally because it helps keep everything just a little bit more straight and aligned. So we're gonna come up to the wall. I've got my right side against the wall. I'm going to come into a lunge position here with my hip right against the wall. I'm gonna place my right arm out straight in front of me. So this is gonna get in through that thoracic. Again, I wanna make sure that that left hip isn't tilting back. So get that right under. You're gonna get a little bonus hip stretch here. Okay, so right hand is in front. We're gonna bring that left arm forward. You can see that my hands don't meet. So I'm going to inhale, and I'm going to stretch my left arm forward. And as I exhale, I'm gonna drag it back, keeping my shoulder and hip on the wall and open up. Inhale forward, really reach. Exhale back. Inhale forward and exhale back. Last one. Inhale forward and exhale back. Always come back to that starting position. Amazing. So let's do the other side. So you will need to flip right over for this. So this really gets in through the chest as well, especially if you be really strong and firm with those hands, really reaching in every direction. So we're going to inhale, set those hips. We're going to inhale up, reach forward, exhale, really reach right here, reach towards me, and then back. You can see my range is a little bit more limited through this way. And because it's first thing in the morning, you don't want to push any range. Exhale into rotation. Good. So the goal here is to keep that knee, hip, and shoulder all on the wall. And we'll do one more here. Amazing. Finish that move off. Good. All right, let's come on up to standing. We're going to do a nice stretch for your quadratus lumborum, which sits in the back here. A lot of tight backs come from there. So we're going to cross our left ankle over our right. We're going to reach that left arm up and over our head. Grab that hand. I think you might have lost my hands in the frame there, but that's all right. Now pull that left arm away. And you want to feel that stretch come all the way down. You can even look down towards the floor if that feels comfortable for you. And then come on up. We're going to switch hands at the top. So we're going to cross right ankle over left. Pull that right arm away with your left hand. Stretch up and over. Your range might be different on each side. No problem. Bring it back. We'll do one more on each side. Good. Really trying to separate through the hip and the upper body there. Feeling that release. Switch legs, switch arms, and stretch. Beautiful. So while we're just standing here, I just want you to rotate your head in either direction, always making sure that the head is set back on its axis. You don't want to rotate from out here. Set that head back on its axis so that when you rotate, your ears are in line with your shoulders and your chin isn't jutting forward. Okay, bring it back to center. Same thing here. We're going to bring ear to shoulder. Lovely, and then let's roll those shoulders. Lovely work. So there is your 15-minute morning stretch routine. Enjoy.